Now we're going to lengthen both legs along the floor and make sure you're looking directly up towards the ceiling. Just lying in a relaxed position, we're going to inhale to prepare, and as we exhale, we're going to bring our head under us and lift the shoulder blades from the floor. You can push on your elbows slightly if that helps you raise up. Inhale to lower back down again, and exhale to raise. And inhale to lower, and exhale to raise. This isn't really a Pilates move, it's a yoga move, but we're using it just to help get some extension through the back and bring our body into a position that we wouldn't normally spend time in. So we're stretching through the chest muscles and strengthening through the upper back. We'll do one more. And then we can relax. We'll draw these feet in and just check our supine lying position again. Pubic bone and hips are level and even. The lumbar spine is gently lifted. The chin is tucked in towards the chest here, and the shoulders are lowered down. We inhale here, and as we exhale, we're rolling into our shoulder bridge. We roll up. Inhale here, and exhale to lower back down. Inhale here, and exhale to raise. As we raise, the muscles in the backs of the thighs and the bottom are doing the majority of the heavy lifting, but the control through the spine is really delivered by these rippling tummy muscles. So feed into the rippling tummy muscles to create a good range of movement and to help become even through the vertebrae as you travel up and down the spine. Now you can continue with this move, but if you want to progress it slightly, you can try the marching. We'll exhale to raise, inhale here, and then march on the spot. Keep your jaw and your neck relaxed. Try and keep the hips level and even and the arms light on the floor. This should be a very quiet march, so listen for your feet. There should be very little stomping around. And one more each side. And you can roll back down from there. Our next move is a little bit of an interlude. We've been hopping up and doing this next exercise and then coming back down onto the floor again. So from here, I'm going to show you from the side. We're kneeling up tall, bring the hands into the back, and reach back behind, coming into another hyperextension, stretching through the hips this time, and mobilizing through the back. So exhale to stretch, and inhale to return. Now, if you want to make this move a little tougher, you can come and sit down onto your heels and push with your hands on your heels, raising back up again. You must make sure that your hands leave your heels evenly, so at exactly the same time. If that feels easy to you, you can progress by keeping the torso lengthened and just reaching back to touch the heels. If that's too easy, you can try the whole lot with your toes extended away. So you can sit down and raise back up, nice and easily, nice and evenly. Or you can try the full move, touching evenly down towards the heels. Good one for skiers, this one. Lots of work on the fronts of the thighs. And last one here. And we'll come back down onto the ground now into our supine lying position. Now take a moment to relax here. Actually take a moment to breathe, drop in towards the floor. Find that length through the body. Feel the inhalation through the rib cage, widening through the rib cage. And as you exhale, draw the belly muscles in tight. Think of the evenness through the pelvis and the rib cage here. And draw the shoulders down low into the back. We're going to interlock the fingers all the way down into the webbing and bring them into the back of the head here. Let the head feel rested and heavy in the hands and lower the shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale to prepare, and as you exhale, raise the top of the shoulders and the head up to look towards the knees. And inhale to lower. Exhale to raise. And inhale to lower. Keeping the head relaxed in the hands allows you to soften through the jaw and the neckline. I want the elbows to be just visible out of the corners of the eyes so that you can maintain your neutral spine position through the lumbar back. As you raise up, you'll maintain that little hollow in through the lower back all the time, just the natural curves. Every time you raise, picture your head lengthening away and your rib cage compressing down towards your pelvis, lowering down and pulling all the belly muscles inside. And 2 more. Last one here. We're going to hold it here. If your head gets tired at all, you can lower it down towards the floor. Otherwise, keep this little gap between the chin and the chest and keep the head lengthened. We're going to overlap the hands now. We inhale to prepare, and as we exhale, we sweep the hand round and tap the knee. Inhale to return, and exhale to change. You're drawing tightly in with these belly muscles, really scooping and hollowing, so you can feel the length through the spine and that head extending away. If your head gets tired or your neck gets tired, you can relax the head down onto the floor. Otherwise, keep it lengthened, keeping these shoulders low to support the weight of the head as it extends away. Last one here. We're going to take one arm forward. Inhale here, exhale to bring the other arm forward and turn the palms to face towards the floor. We're going to come into our hundreds now, and you can progress this if you want to by coming into a double knee fold. Little gap between the legs. We inhale for 5 and we exhale for 5. And we keep going. I'm keeping the shoulders strong and patting heavily down, trying to keep my shins as still as they can, holding the tummy in tight all the way through. I keep the chin tucked in. I'm trying to keep the jaw soft. I'm not going to say it's happening very well, but I'm keeping that pulse strong all the way through this move. If you're used to the hundreds and you want to progress it on a little bit, you could try the full 100 position, which means taking your legs out at a 60 to 45 degree angle to 60 degree angle. The heels are pressed together, the toes are apart, the stomach's still strong. You inhale for 5 and you exhale for 5. I'm going to do one more breath and out. Bring the legs back in, support the head and return it to the floor. Bring the legs back down and breathe a sigh of relief. Whew, that's tough. Okay. Our next set of moves is more endurance-based around these tummy muscles here. We're going to be lying on our back on the floor, but I think what I might do is turn around just so that you can see the leg position more clearly. So from here, in my supine lying position, chin tucked in, lengthen through the spine, little gap in the lumbar spine here, pubic bone and hip bone level, and they're all pretty much even with the rib cage here. The shoulders are dropped down low, and my arms are lightly relaxed on the floor. With a very light touch under one foot, I'm going to engage these tummy muscles and bring the opposite leg into a single knee fold. Inhale to lower back down, and exhale to raise. Inhale to lower, and exhale to raise. So I'm just doing alternates here, raising into that single knee fold, and lowering back down. Keep the jaw nice and soft, and try to relax the arms and the shoulders. This move is going to stay slow. Don't be tempted to speed it up. It's a move that you'll find very early in any Pilates set, but we're saving it to the end as part of our endurance this time. So you exhale to raise, and you inhale to lower. This time we're going to take the right leg up and hold it here. Inhale here, and as you exhale, bring that left leg up to join it. Stomach muscles working a little harder here as we come into the toe taps. So check your body line, maintain the engagement through the belly. Inhale to lower, and exhale to raise. Inhale to lower, and exhale to raise. Keep checking through the shoulders and the neck. Pull the belly inwards and feel it sucking in behind the belly button. Inhale to lower, and exhale to raise. And one last one here. We can hug the knees in towards the chest, have a little roll from side to side. And we're going to start on our big leg circles now. I want you to have your left leg down on the floor and your right leg raised. You're going to circle this right leg round, keeping these hips level so you could be placing your spirit level on it all the time. We inhale to start our circle, and we exhale to finish. It's more of a D shape. Keep it nice and slow. Inhale to start, and exhale to finish. Maintain that light weight underneath the left foot here, and you can make this move as big or as small as you need it to be. When I do this move on the left leg, you're going to see that I have to really minimize the circle going one way because my hip won't let me take it out, and it just shows you how one leg can be different from the other. So look here how the right leg can create quite a big range of movement. The arms are nice and even, the shoulders are even. On the left leg it will be different. I'm going to stay on the right leg for the moment though, and circle the leg back the other way. Now my left leg at the moment should be lightly touching down onto the floor, the foot. The knee itself should be in line with the hip all the time, and that shouldn't change. So if you find your knee coming out to the side, that would tell us that your hips are moving from side to side. So try to keep that knee very still, as if you could be balancing your jelly bean on top of the knee. We'll do 2 more circles here. And last one. You can return that right leg to the floor. We'll raise the left leg up into the single knee fold and lengthen it upwards. We inhale to start the circle, and we exhale to finish. Now, I don't know if the microphone will pick up the clunking in my hip, but I'll take it as far out to the side as I can before there's pain. I don't mind clunking. but I don't really want pain. That was a bit too much. So you can see there's a very different range of movement between right and left here, and you might be the same, so just work on what's appropriate for you. If you have a band, you can use a band to assist with this sort of thing, so you're not having to take the full weight of the leg. We'll do 2 more here. And last one. And then we'll change direction. I should have a bigger range of movement here. Keeping that right leg still. Inhale to start the circle. And exhale to finish. We're maintaining that stillness through the hips and trying to avoid pressing down through the hands here. Inhale to start the circle. And exhale to finish, that right leg staying relaxed. 2 more. And the last one. And hug the knees in towards the chest again. We've got 2 more moves to do in this endurance phase of these exercises. Tummy muscles really working hard here. The next one is going to be a momentum-based move if you can manage to keep that torso still. Coming back into our supine A-frame position, we're going to lengthen the right leg away along the floor. We inhale here, and as we exhale, we're going to raise that right leg up. We'll inhale to lower it down, and we'll exhale to raise. I'm going to bring my hands out to the side so you can see, hopefully, that the lumbar spine is remaining still all the time. There's no arching or pressing through the move. And once you feel that you're in control of this move, you can add a little bit of a kick. So you exhale to kick and inhale to lower. Exhale to kick and inhale to lower. Hopefully, the tummy muscles are working hard enough that there's no change in the lumbar spine. If the tummy muscles aren't kicked in, then you'll find that you end up pressing your lower back towards the floor. So it will look like this. So we want to avoid that. We want to keep the length through the spine as you kick up. Then you'll get an effective stretch through the back of the hamstring as you raise that right leg. Under the left foot, I have a very light weight. I'm not pressing down through it. I'm keeping it just gently touching the floor. And we'll change on to the other side. So take the first few nice and gently. Work on maintaining that spine position. Make sure you're keeping the pubic bone and the hip bones nice and level. And when you feel ready, you can add a bit more momentum. So you exhale to kick and inhale to return. Stretching through the back of the thigh because you're lengthening through the tailbone all the time. 2 more. And the last one there. Our final move of this endurance phase is going to start from a double knee fold position. So you can hug your knees in and then bring them up into the double knee fold. We'll lengthen the legs up high towards the sky and just watch this lumbar spine. If you're in any doubt about your ability to do this move, I'm going to recommend that you come into imprint now. So you press the lower back down towards the floor. Here's us in neutral, here's us in imprint. So you can stay in imprint all the way through this move if you want to. We're going to turn the heels in and the toes out, and I'll stay in imprint here. And we're going to crisscross the legs. Now we can just stay with this. This can be our move. This is absolutely fine. But if you want to, you can start to lower your legs down towards the floor. Now I'll lower my legs down as far as I can stay in imprint. That's as far as they're going to get. If I come down any further, my back will arch. So I'm going to stay here. This is challenging these low abdominal muscles. I can feel here I've got to pull these belly muscles in even a bit tighter than this. So inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale. And keep it going. Try and keep the shoulders relaxed. 1 more each side. Whew, and hug the knees in towards the chest. You can lower the legs down 1 by 1 to the floor and lengthen them all the way out. Now the tops of the hips will be feeling as if they've done a lot of work now, and we're going to let them stretch out by coming onto our front. So from here, take your time and roll over. We're going to be raised into our Sphinx position here. So you've got the elbows directly underneath the shoulders and the head is lengthened forward. Now I'm lifting my belly up from the floor here and lengthening my head away. I'm pressing down through the full forearm and dropping the shoulders away from the ears. I'm going to come from this move into a more relaxed position where I let the back and the belly just relax down onto the floor. And that's going to be our move. We inhale here, and as we exhale, we lift up and slightly flatten through the back, stretching the head forward, pulling the belly muscles inwards and upwards. We inhale to relax back down again. Exhale to lift, and inhale to relax. And I want you to firmly pull the belly muscles in behind the belly button here, stretching through the torso. And inhale to relax back down again. Flatten through the shoulder blades and lengthen through the spine. And last one. I'm going to take this into a cobra lift now. So relax down onto the floor. The hands come wide and the thumbs will be level with the nose. The elbows will be down onto the floor. This is a very similar move. Inhale to prepare, and as you exhale, drop the shoulders down, raise the chest and belly from the floor, and then let the elbows raise up. Inhale here, and as you exhale, pull the elbows down, not just towards the floor, but towards your feet to keep the shoulders down and the head lengthened. And return from here. Exhale to raise, keeping that back nice and flat, the shoulder blades nice and flat. Inhale here, and exhale to lower back down. We're going to do 3 more. And one last one here. We'll raise up into the cobra lift. And if you've done this before, you can try taking this into a modified swan dive. So I'm going to modify the swan dive here by keeping one leg on the floor. You could do it with taking both legs from the floor. And you could even take the arms away, although that's not a move that my back will let me do. So if you want to carry on, then do that. But for the rest of us, that's our main phase pretty much finished. So we're going to come on to the stretches in a moment. But for now, can I just say well done? Brilliant job.